little history. You know Coach MacIntyre really well. Can you just maybe take us through your relationship you guys still have?
Actually, we have a great relationship. We still talk or text probably every other week. I've talked to him earlier in the season and congratulate them on their great start they've had. He's a outstanding football coach and a really good man. With being with him that first year at San Jose, it was tough, but I could see the foundation he was building there, and the success that they had didn't surprise me at all. And he's really sharp. He's got great energy. He's surrounded himself with a really good coaching staff. His defense coordinator, Kent Baer, does an outstanding job. Has been a great coordinator in this conference for a long time. So he's just a unique guy, and he's fun to be around. And it's just, I was lucky to work for him for the 1 year that I did.
I was going to say, you mentioned it, a lot of energy, unique guy. Do you have a good Brandin MacIntyre story that you could tell us that maybe epitomizes?
Yeah, sure. Lots of them. I'm not sure any that you can record. But no, he said we were recruiting, and he was a little bit new to California. And I was recruiting Los Angeles and inner city LA for us. And his motto our first year was that we were going to go to every school in the state of California. That was his thing. And so I was talking to him. I said, now, Coach Mac, you got to understand the traffic in Los Angeles doesn't necessarily make it easy to get to every school out there. And he looked at me and he said, Brennan, I don't care. You're going to get to every school, and we're not going to talk anymore about it. I said, okay, I guess we're going to get to every school. But that was his mentality of building that program, and I'm sure he's doing the same thing at Colorado. Like I mentioned, he has great energy. He's got a great plan and blueprint. He's a coach's kid. He's grown up around coaching, so he's seen a lot of different ways to do it. He's seen all the good and the bad. And obviously at San Jose, he found a way to build a program and have some success that they hadn't had there in a long time.
Did you get to every school?
I got to every school in my area, and it was rough. Lots of traffic, and as you know, Los Angeles, it can be 11 o'clock at night and be full gridlock, so there were some challenges there, but yeah, we got in and out of every place, and it was something else.
That's great. And you've obviously, it's still early, but it seems like just the atmosphere, he's done a great job of trying to change that culture there at Colorado.
Well, I think that's a hard thing, every time you go into a program, the guys before you were doing some good stuff and they were doing some bad stuff. Doesn't matter if you go into a program that's had a lot of success or little success. There's good and bad to all of it. He does a good job of kind of figuring out what was good and then putting his spin on things. And obviously they're off to a good start. They've got 2 good wins. They're playing well on both sides of the ball in the kicking game. So you can already see, just his plans start to get in place and all that stuff. So I'm excited to see him and the rest of the coaching staff. He's got really good guys on the staff there that I was lucky enough to work with for a little over a year, and they're going to do a great job there. I'm really confident of that.
A couple more on your guys. Brandin, he was hard on himself after Saturday for some of the mistakes he made. It was a new experience for him. How did you kind of help him through that?
I think a player like Brandin just puts in a big amount of pressure on himself, to perform and to make plays. And when he does make a mistake, he takes it so personal. That's why as a coach you love him, because it's so important to him. And, his respect for the game and his, his ownership of what his role is for our football team as a leader, as a football player. He takes those responsibilities so seriously. He's exactly what you want in a leader. And so, he took it that way, and we talked a lot about it all week. And then you just see how he practices and how he bounces back and the focus he comes with and the attention to detail he brings. He's just a great kid to be around. He's awesome. He's just awesome.
His numbers are pretty unbelievable first few games. You going to start a Cookie for Heisman campaign anytime soon?
No. Well, I'll give him my Heisman. I love him, but he's just an awesome kid. And obviously he's a great player, and I'm just excited to see how he can continue to play and perform and to see if he can get better. That's the challenge when you're a great player. Those great players being really good, is never enough, and that's how it is for him. So
KEZI, he's said all the right things in fall. He's ready. He wants to be the guy that sparks this team. For him to finally prove that in a big kind of situation, you guys were down and needed points. For him to step up 3 catches on that drive.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited for him just because he's a really hardworking kid too. He's definitely one of the toughest guys, in my group and maybe on our football team. and he has to do a lot of the dirty work, blocking linebackers and digging out safeties and stuff. But he's like the total lunch pail dude, man. He just comes to work every day. He loves playing football. You get every ounce of effort and energy you could want out of that kid. And then when he has a chance to make a play, he needs to make them, and that's what he's been doing. And so I'm just happy for him and seeing that he's able to have some success and finish some plays. And then I want him to push that.